one.
Okay.
Look out for each other.
Kneel to this beat. Party time, let's go!
Not the worst amp, not bad. You're not doing a lot of actual poking, like you've hardly even shot anything at all, period. The amp, understandable. I mean, both your RAM and your May were low. That was a good amp. Care. Don't, okay, shoot. Go to your team, something. Alright, you're out. There you go. Oops, good. You don't need to switch your between speed and heals that much. So a little bit aggressive, it's okay. Team's following up. Get up there with your RAM. Get up with it. Fuck the point. Fuck the point. Your job is simply just to taxi your RAM, right? That's literally like your biggest job is to taxi your RAM. I think there's a misconception of when for that a lot of Overwatch players have of needing to prioritize point instead of prioritizing the team fight. What's more important to, I'd probably say 80% of the time for any game that you're in, you're prioritizing winning the fights over point progress usually nets you a better, more of a win, right? So saying fuck the point, losing 10% on a capture progress to make sure your RAM stays alive, much more valuable. Like, see, as soon as he dies, they go in, they press the go button, they're already on your face.
Maybe I'll try something different this time.
Push up, poke. Although I think somebody actually did a test of this, like how much damage you need to do to get ult as Lucio versus how much you need to actually heal. With Lucio, although for most of the supports, healing is going to get you your ult faster. You should also be trying to damage. Like, your whole healing is existing, leaving you a lot of free time to actually be able to do stuff. It's kind of like old Orisa in that sense of she just put the shield down. Which, I hope that call was made to go with your cast. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. Let's back up and see what we could have done. I'm gonna back up too. Okay, you don't need to chase the Tracer here. If it's something that's going to be a lot easier to run on, that's fine. But with you in a cast, you're not going to catch up to a Tracer, even if you're amping, right? You shouldn't have chased back with him.
This ends.
And with them using both of those ults, you needed to be here to be able to beat Cooked. if you're gonna speed high noon, you're not going in through that door. It needs to be like literally in front of them. Many times when you see like speeding in high noon, it's not to go at an off angle to take it. It's usually to just run at them.
It's hot.
What's up?
Crank up the game.
Die on point at that point also.
Time for a remix. Kneel to this beat.
So far, the biggest mistakes I'm seeing is not poking enough. Keep it on, so while you're poking, keep it on heels. Don't think you needed to be boop the Kiri. I think is the boop. Unlucky.
Meet your fate.
Round number. Stay sharp.
In terms of movement, you're kind of doing rollouts well enough that it's not really something I need to comment on yet. Yeah, you're just going to stall at this point. Good, now you're poking. Keep it on heels. You're prioritizing speed to get out now. I'm not really sure what the point of that was. You just... From how they were angled, all of them were looking this way. There's no need for you to cross this big gap like that, which you obviously could get cooked right here. Like, you went from here to just walking, meandering over this way, right? If you're going to do it faster, through wall riding, or just go around. Shadow's not in any immediate danger, and Demons is decent enough in cover. Like, thank God for that fucking shield. I might not have amped that. One, it's just a tank. I wouldn't have. It's not that I wouldn't have, but you shouldn't amp that. And the reason is it's a tank. It's just one person. When you're using amp, you want to try to save it for multiple people because that's when you're going to get the most value out of it. Instead, all Shadow had to do was, pull back for a second. You just steady heal with, passive heal, and Demons heals them up mostly. And then, once you guys are actually ready to push forward, you have speed available. So, perfect time to speed right now, right? I mean, they're already kiting. If we had speed available, we'd be able to push even further in. I wonder why they gave up the point like that. Go. Nice. Again, that's the point of keeping it on heels when you're poking. Okay. Good amp. Good.
Thanks. Get into this groove.
You had it coming. The battlefield is
Good enough. Yeah.
How's that out there? Let's do it fast.
Could have looked for a boop there. Great nade from them, though. Only thing you could have done differently was while ride and try to look for the boop onto the monkey as he's coming in. This is a little bit televised. Televised? Is that not the right word? Telegraphed. So now that we're out of somewhat of a mirror, we need to be playing a lot faster since their backline is very susceptible for us to dive, right? So once we poke this monkey out, monkey's going to jump back. That's our go button to go in further. We need to be looking for that. Or if the backline's close enough, we go on the backline. I wouldn't have amped that. Shouldn't have amped that because one, it's we're just gonna go back every amp that you do for heal, and we're just gonna look over how many people you're actually getting that with, and if it's actually needed for those people. Not the worst, not the best. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That wasn't that bad. Okay, something I want to look at here in a second is how well you're actually using your movement when you're fighting. Because you seem to be going on a very direct path. I don't know if that makes sense, but you're just kind of walking at them instead of hauling ass at them, but also jumping around like nobody's business type of thing. We're our own worst critic. That's what it is. We're playing really split right now. I don't mind that. He was nanoed jumping in. He needed a healer diva. Unlucky. There is something to be said about possibly using beat there, but he somehow capped. Go, push, 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 push. I don't know what you're doing sitting all the way back here. They don't have a Sombra. Push, up, push, up, push, up. Like, you don't need to be playing this far back. I know what you're doing in the sense of you're trying to play a little bit further back so you stay safe so that you can get a good beat off, but that sounded bad. So you can get a good sound barrier off, but you don't have to play that passive. You're not going to put in as much damage if you play that passive for that kind of thing. Like, that's just being safe is it really playing safe with. Yeah, I mean, but what's that going to do? I mean, she's not going to one-shot you that quick. Like, all you have to do is play a wall and just not play out in the open type of thing, right? Playing that far back was just, you don't get to do as much. Your team isn't going to be able to utilize any of your auras. You won't be able to kite anything. So. Okay, I do want to look at stats here in a second.
We're here to be heard.
There we go. Sorry, I needed a clear picture. Yeah, I mean, it definitely isn't a great map for you. You're also taking a lot of poke. Alright, that's what it is. We're good.
This beat will heal you up. Ow! These beats are fire.
Like I said, so far, it's just
Gotta go quick.
doing more damage and actually poking more.
Bring up the game. And that'll
Unlucky. I was about to say, I do like that you at least followed up with your front line and went up with them, because when you're running this comp, you kind of need to. But I mean, it's just kind of unlucky that that ham fucked you up like that.
my favorite
On the
part.
objective. Rally to my position.
Battle ignites me.
How's that for South there?
Good.
Get into the groove. Turn it up, turn it up. Catch these healing waves. Back on. Is it hot in here, or is it just me?
Good kill, just went a little bit too deep, especially when we're down people. Before going in on the Ana, we had traded so much that they, if they're smart, they shouldn't go in. But we also had enough losses that we shouldn't have gone in either. So you going in just kind of even it out more. But I mean, Suppy's kind of just fucking around and finding out, cleaning up.
Hello there.
Healing boost.
Nice roll out.
Burn it up.
Let the kitsune guide you.
Oh my goodness, what was that? I love the poke that you did here. That was lovely. I don't really understand why you switched away from this angle to begin with. Like, most of your front line is here. Stick with your front line. Your Sombra's fine. She can poke, she can scout, whatever. But, like, stay with your front line.
Guide you.
Especially since your DPS are very mobile, you don't need to taxi them around like you would a Cassidy. Like, fucking whatever slow hero type of thing, you know? Doing so, you might have been able to kite that a little bit better. Might have been able to actually utilize Kitsune, that type of thing. Hopefully that makes sense. So a little bit of a positioning error there.
Meteor strike.
Bad rollout. Jesus. Yeah, you're just getting cooked every time. Honestly, I would just try your best to stay closer to demons at this point.
That was just a sound check. This beat will heal you up.
I mean, the same thing goes for, like, if you're playing Brigana, you should be playing together. I would say almost the same thing with supports, unless you were playing something like an Ana Lucio with, let's say, a Monkey or a Rhine or something, where that front line is going to be further in, and that Ana is going to be playing further back. That would be the only time I'd say switch the playstyle to I don't know, something else would need to be looked at for that. But you're kind of getting cooked as soon as you get back to the fight. And anytime you're isolated, they're catching you. I mean, unlucky. I don't know if we had counted for EMP or not. What are we doing? Okay, let's see where everyone's at. Okay, demons are still right next to us. I love that feature.
What's cracking?
Let's get some healing beats going.
A lot of these times that you're getting picked, it seems like it's not when the dive is being called and when you're going in. It's at the time of when we're prepping and setting up for it. I think that a lot of that's going to have to come down to you guys just playing faster so that when you're going in, there's less downtime. You're finding the target you want, you're going on it, right? And when you do that, obviously you're going to be a lot harder to hit, and you're going to be within your team when you do that. But a lot of this is positional of you not being with your team. And again, with this comp, it's a 5-man dive. It's not a 3-man dive. All of you should be in there. I hate this kind of dive. It's the worst kind of dive. Okay, we know they use the EMP here. Okay, unless we get a good trade back. That's not a bad trade, but you're cooked.
This beat will heal you up. Party time, let's go! Oh, let's break it! Damn!
I don't mind that. I'm gonna go back through this fight. Take it a little bit slower. Understandably, I know that was kind of needed, but
Oh, let's break it! Damn!
I think it's a little preemptive to use that. There was nothing big coming in. They were all peeling for the monkey, which it wasn't really that low to begin with. I think like right now would be a time where you could use beat and monkey would be able to go back in the fight pretty easy, right? After all those CDs have been forced. So a little bit early on beat. That's Paul, sure. Now let's look at amp. What are we amping here? Poke. That's kind of what you're amping here. There's no need to amp this quite yet.
Meteor strike.
Healing boost!
Don't boop him. Shouldn't boop him like that when he's low. That's just gonna put more distance away from you, make your shots harder to hit. Okay, I guess that amp wasn't bad. It wasn't doing anything. I would have rather you had it on speed than heals. This one, same thing. Okay, let's go ahead and look at your stats. $5K damage. Healing numbers were pretty decent, but I definitely think you could be upping the amount of damage that you're doing in general. Like, it's not that it's bad, it's just you definitely could be doing more damage here. Again, away from your team, isolated, dead. We don't need to be isolated with a 5-man dive since, again, we're all going in. That's kind of the potency of this comp. We make the call, we all go in on the same person. So, let's go ahead and watch Circuit, I think is the one you said. We have to watch some rig play. So, I am definitely a main support main. That's the highest I've ever climbed, was being main support. And to play, Brig's probably my favorite main sport.
Enemies detected.
Let me take care of that for you.
So let's talk packs. When using packs, it's a good rule of thumb that no matter if you're with another flex sport, let's say you play with BAP, let's say. So yeah, you're right. I should have recapped. Positioning when you're playing it in that 5-man dive, you need to be in the dive. You need to be with everyone. You're not playing as 5. I know this is going to sound cheesy as fuck, but it's not 5 of you playing Overwatch. It should be all of you playing the same thing, going on the same people, right? Yeah, you have obviously, different roles a little bit, but that's how you should be playing in terms of positioning with that Kiri Lucio, right? So you were just getting, most of the times that you died, it was because you weren't. It was you were isolated, which they capitalized on every time. I think your beats were fine. I just think, again, at this level, it's kind of have to nitpick a little bit in order to explain larger things. So, like, not every time is your beat too early. It's just that one time it was too early, and it's me telling you that to initiate this thought process of when timing of beat, right? The reason I said that is him going in first and taking all those big CDs. You see, three of you in the back line, you see a monkey jumping in your face, you're going to be throwing sleep, nade. You're going to use boop. You're going to use fuck all else. I'll read that in a second. In order to deter that monkey. If he gets all of those thrown on him and then you hit beat, then boom, you're good. His health shoots right back up. Any lasting effects, burning, nade, so on and so forth, is washed away because he has that over health from beat. Compared to doing it early when you're initiating that dive, which I mean, not every time is that going to be the case where you do a little bit later of a beat, and instead you do a pre-engagement beat. Sometimes that is needed. However, just I was showing in that specific circumstance. God, I'm starting to lose my train of thought. Beating later would have been able to wash any kind of damage he had away from it. It's longer sustain. But again, that's just me trying to nitpick a little bit so you kind of apply that mindset of the timing of your beat, right? Because that's all. When it comes to ults, that's all it is. It's you. It's your ult. Even though someone could call for a play to happen, at the end of the day, it's you pressing that button and knowing when or when not to press the button. So we just got to get you kind of in that mindset, right? Otherwise, you're too passive in terms of damage. I think that one positioning that I called out when you were waiting for beat for Sojourn, you should be trying to play a little bit more forward. And you need to be poking more. You need to be poking and doing more damage. Like, you go back to that first map, you didn't shoot, you hardly even shot during that first fight. And, I mean, where you could have had, 500-600 damage by the end of that fight, it was a short fight. Amp usage, yeah, I'd say you're right. It's about 50-50. Again, it's me kind of me saying whether it was a good amp or bad amp will hopefully get you into that mindset. That's okay. So now that we're on Brig, let's talk about it. Normally when you're playing Brig, it's going to be with a BAP, it's going to be with an Ana. One of the two. The BAP and Ana, their main job, they have 2 high priority targets that they should try to keep up, and it goes kind of like in this order. Let's say in this case specifically, Demon's job is to make sure Shadow stays up and to pump him fucking full of heals. Obviously, we have 2 hit scan DPS, so they're going to be back further anyway. That's his job. Is priority number 1 is to try to keep up the Winston. Priority number 2 is you, so that especially with like a dive or someone pushing you, you guys are like that backbone. You're the backbone of the team, and you healing each other will obviously make you stay alive longer and be able to actually do the heals. So that's the second priority for him. Third priority for him, I would say, would be the DPS. But that's for his role. Same thing for the BAP. It's kind of similar in that sense. Your job with these packs specifically, you're going to have priority number one is number one as Brig, making sure your flex support stays alive. So constantly checking on them with packs if needed, to make sure they're topped up so that your job is to keep them alive so that they can keep the tank alive so that the tank can create space so the DPS can pop off. Circle of Overwatch, right? So priority number one, making sure your flex support stays alive. Priority two is going to be healing throwing packs towards your DPS. Let's say if our DPS had switched over to, let's say we ran that tracer that we had talked about running the other night. That would be your next priority, would be healing that tracer, and then it would be the Winston, or I guess the Widow in this case. So yeah, just that's kind of me breaking down packs a little bit. If you have questions, let me know. I'll go over it. Fine with that pack. I don't like that second pack though. This is kind of divulging or going into a little bit of other people as well. But with this comp, how we're running it, we're running 2 hit scans with a Winston. That Winston's not going to be potent enough anytime he goes in. He's literally just an annoyance at this point because he doesn't have any follow through. The only time he actually is like a threat is when he has nano. How are we going to get nano? We got to build it. So the first pack, I understand you were worried he might die. Throw that one. Second one, let Demon heal him up. Back. Good. He was pretty safe down there. Again, demons can be... Nope, no pack. Good. Need to start proccing this Inspire. Where's the proc? Where's the proc? Where's the proc? Where's the proc, dude? Anytime I play Brig, I am throwing out whip shot as much as possible so that I don't have to constantly throw packs. Pack, good, whip shot. DPS kind of fragged. Okay, watch the retouch. Watch the retouch. You're looking for whip shot. Good. Did it slowly, but... Nope, don't pack, don't pack, don't pack, don't pack, don't pack, don't pack, don't pack. Good. Good. You finally went for a whip shot. That's fine. Don't need 2 there. You did not need to throw 2. 1 would have been fine on the monkey, if that.
No one can hide from my sight.
Fine with that pack. His bubble. Yep, I'm fine with both of those packs because LOS was cut off from actually being able to see him and heal him. Wow. This not your fault. That's Shadow's fault. 100%. Good whip shot. Good pack. Not your fault. You played that well. Understand sticking with him. Oh, that's unlucky. Yeah, it just got cooked.
Let's get the payload moving.
Just try again.
Hello there.
I got you.
Shadow, you feeding ass motherfucker. What are you doing? Shield? Nice shield, dude. Oh, unlucky.
Sniper, be careful. Payload forward.
Don't. Nope. Nope. Yep.
I need to temper my temper.
Push up, push up. Drop that shield and fucking push forward. Same thing, I think you're a little bit too worried about getting domed here. Whip shot, whip shot. Nice. Not that bad. Again though, you're not throwing out these whip shots as much as you could be. Shield, shield.
Sniper, watch out. Shields under fire. Rally to me.
I think we're a little bit early on that rally. So again, it's kind of hard to tell because they do have 2 hit scan DPS. It's not like you need sustain with rally against that. If they had dive DPS, that would have been fine. But good kite. Kill your Ash. Good. Widow now. Pack Widow. Good. Whip shot. Whip shot. Whip shot. The reason you whip shot him there is because he can't re-engage back onto your DPS there. You whip shot him even further down, he's going to have to walk, or he's going to have this awkward leap where he's going to take too long to actually be able to get in the fight. Whole mindset there. Pushing him back further away from your team, basically. One thing I used to coach was back in GOATs, when people would play Winston GOATs. What do they used to call it? Floats, I think they called it floats. Either way, when they would play it with the Winston, right? What I would coach is, back when there was 2 tanks, what Briggs' job was is anytime the Winston looks like he's jumping in, you don't bash him. Originally back then it was stun. You whip shot him, and when the D.Va came in behind him, yeah, whatever. And when the D.Va came behind him, you bash the D.Va because back then it was a stun, right? Not necessarily, obviously that's not really the same thing here since there's 1 less tank, and you could just throw both out on the Winston, but prioritizing displacing the monkey. The further you displace the monkey away from you, the less value he's going to get in general. Like, the biggest plays monkeys can make against a Brig is not getting whip shot. So if you're making sure you're hitting those whip shots as he's coming forward, even better. I mean, it is dive goats, but like I think at one point they had came up with a different name for it. Don't you just love being cart bitch? She didn't need to do that. Again, we have an Ana. And it shouldn't really be you on cart either, I'm not gonna lie. Whip shot. No pack. Pack, okay.
What? We need to move the payload.
Whip shot, good. Get out of that corner. Bash, 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 good. Good. Whip shot again. Prioritize using that whip shot on monkey, please. Whip shot on the Ash, maybe? Whip shot. Okay. Don't hate it, don't hate it. That's big grip. You were pretty low. I would probably shield it after the monkey was away from you. But we were already down 1 or 2 people. Wasn't the best rally.
No one can stop me.
1 pack, that's it.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Yeah, I was gonna say based on how our DPS are positioned and how our Ana's positioned, our Ana's not gonna go anywhere unless she can see the. I mean, that's literally her whole kit, though. Like, what am I gonna criticize you for swinging and missing someone? Like, aim better. Like, bash. I mean, same thing. It's there's not much to bash anymore either. It doesn't stun. Anyway, what I was just saying. With based how our how our DPS are positioned, they're not reliant on our Winston compared to how our Ana is. Our Ana is never going to peek something unless she can see the Winston. So, like, let me just walk it through like this. If our monkey is playing this corner where that bubble is, our Ana's going to be right here. You know, maybe she's right here. not really vulnerable to somebody diving her, and if so, you're still going to be playing close enough. However, with the DPS, they're going to be a little bit more out here looking for these picks, looking for these angles like right here onto the Ana and the Brig, back here onto the Widow. Meaning, the more forward they're playing up, the easier it is for their Winston to be able to dive them. You could be playing with your DPS a little bit more than playing with your Ana right now. No more packs. Please, no more packs. Stop it. Stop it. Didn't need to pack the Ana there. And no, I still stand by what I said about that. About not packing the Ana or the Winston. Yeah, I mean at this point it's just for Bash is just for combo and movement. That's an ability they could probably should look at reworking. Good attempt. Pack. Pack again. Pack. Good. Nice whip shot.
No one can hide from my sight.
They had this, I don't know if they still have this stat for Torb, but of how much damage Torb does with his turret versus himself. I want to know the same thing for Brig, but whether it's Inspire or packs. I wish that was a thing. I don't mind the speed up here. Okay, I don't like that. Ana should be on you when you're moving somewhere and you want to move somewhere. Let her know so that she can follow up. Where's there you go. That's not your fault for either of those, really. Let's be real here. Looking for that whip shot. Looking for this whip shot. Yes. Oh, peek behind you and shield. Lucia swap here. Lucia swap here. Alright, either way. Know how the rest of that goes.
Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
Go.
3, 2, 1. Shield. Attackers incoming. Wipe them off the paint. Stop the payload. All together now.
Enemies, time to fight.
Good. Good job. Good shot. Nice. Good whip shot. Don't need anything. Don't heal him. Don't. No.
Salutations.
No. Ugh. Stop it. Alright, apparently all the notifications just pop up at once for chat. Lovely. That's fine. No more. No. I know, it's a boring job, but... What was that? Bash a wall and then whip shot nothing? Come on. One pack, that's fine. That pack, that's fine. I'll even allow that last pack. That pack? No, I don't like that pack. But with their Winston dead, our DPS aren't going to be in trouble too much. No, well, that's not bad. Shield. Keep shielding. If you're gonna play right here, you either need to shield 100% or you need to go on the fucking stairs where Ana is. My vote, Anna. Come on. You can't miss that. Go, shield. Yep, you keep shielding. Good. Shield. That's unlucky. You need to get out of there. You're in a really bad position here. Oh, that's not nice. Golly. Sophie out here fucking.
Special delivery. How delightful. Personne n'échappe à mon regard. Outcome of the draw. 60 seconds remaining.
I like the rally, I just like it. Again, hindsight. I would have preferred to see save rally for when they nano monkey at us.
Excuse me for dropping.
Why are you throwing 3 immediate? Packs do not stack. Packs don't stack. Oof. No, what was that pack? Pack wasn't needed on that monkey. You can't really pack a headshot, so. Good. See, what he was doing was he was leaping forward and bubbling at the same time. By you whip-shotting him, you fucked up his bubble. You're playing a little passive here. Your Ana has LOS on you, he has no bubble. You could be playing cart right now. Fucking. Alright, now that they have an Ana, you need to be playing with your backline more. No more packs, good. We just kite here. Don't need to peek nothing. To be fair, your pack usage is a lot better than most people I've seen play Brig. So, kudos. That's just unlucky. Good boop. Played that as best. No! Swing once! Oh, he almost had it.
Stop the payload, you imbeciles!
Special delivery. Looking better already.
Good. Knock him away. Away. No. That's why no. You don't rally that. If it's like, if he was looking for a juggle in a closed room, rally's fine. But he wasn't. He was just trying to knock him off the map. And 1 second stun isn't going to stop him if he's a good Winston that can at least semi-decently juggle. Is going to get that Ana off the map either way. Just don't whiff your first whip shot, and maybe they survive.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard. No one can hide from my sight.
Whip shot. Good. Pack. Careful, Widow. Careful, Wood. Save your shield. Two packs, good, that's fine. Lucky that didn't hit you. I think you're playing card a little bit too much here, instead of being on your Ana, like that. Ham. Whip shot, good. Rally, good. Bash, good. Whip shot! Bash. Could've got another stun out of it. Good map. Big things to work on is going to be whip shot, making sure you're proccing that inspire. That's where most of your healing should be coming from, is, your natural primary fire, proccing inspire through whip shots. That is your primary healing, is inspire. It should not be as much as packs. Or it should not be reliant on packs. A lot of that felt like it was reliant on packs. But you don't want to get to the point where you're being too greedy, pushing too far forward just to get that inspire procced. Just do it smart. If you have an opportunity that's still safe to proc inspire, do it. Pack usage, like I said, is better than most people that I have coached at this level on Brig. It's actually not that bad. You're not just throwing packs out as soon as you get them, using them all. Rally is not too bad. Positioning is another big thing for Brig. Obviously, we had a bit of a weird comp with running double hit scan, Monkey, Brig, Ana. We really just couldn't decide if we wanted a dive or a poke. But kind of reevaluating what, for each comp that you're in, what kind of playstyle you need to play. Are you playing with your DPS more because they're getting focused, or you need to pocket them and carry so that they can carry? Do you need to protect your backline more? Is this a map that there's a lot of flanks where your backline is going to get fucked on a little bit? That sort of thing. And yeah. So yes, you still have stuff to work on, but hopefully that helped. I'm not saying don't do it not off calls in terms of using beat. If we say like, hey, we're going to use beat this fight, that's fine. It's more of like still using beat, but like let's say, hey, we're going to use beat this fight for Sojourn, right? Yes, you're going to use it, but like you also need to it really shouldn't be instinctual that as soon as you hear the voice line for for overclock, they're like, oh shit, yep, just press beat. It shouldn't be like that. It should, it's a thought process that it's got to be quick of like, okay, is beat needed immediately? Is someone about to get fried if I do not press this button? Or can I try to kite this and speed out instead of using beat and then re-engage with beat? That kind of thing. It's not that yeah, just how you worded that, it made it seem like you're saying don't listen to the calls. Like, if the call in general is to use it for this, try to, see if there's a way to almost use it differently. Or, if we call, hey, let's engage, let's beat engage. It doesn't have to be, beat is the go button. It shouldn't be. It should be more, okay, Monkey's going to go in, and then I'm going to kind of like analyze when I should. Brig whip shot, yes, more, a lot more. Pack, well, just not less on Winston, just save some healing for your Ana, basically. Yeah, I think you covered it. Hopefully it helped. I guess we'll see afterwards, but I am not going to be able to bother you anymore. So, at least, yeah, tonight. Which, shit, how long have we been doing this for? Jesus, you take forever. An hour. So, otherwise, that was a good scrim. For you, for the most part, we at least found some stuff that you can work on. I'd rather find some stuff that, as a coach, that I can work on than not. So, otherwise, good job. If you have any questions, just DM me and let me know. But, GG.